President Zweifel was sworn in as Missouri's 45th treasurer on January 2009, and at 35, Treasurer Zweifel became Missouri's youngest state treasurer in more than a century. He was re-elected in November of 2012. Since taking office, Treasurer Zweifel is focused on economic development, including affordable, low-income housing, and ensuring access to higher education. Treasurer Zweifel represents Missouri's taxpayers on a number of boards and commissions, including the Missouri Housing Development Commission, where he fights for affordable, quality housing for all Missourians. In August 2011, Treasurer Zweifel saw the ratification of his housing plan, which provides supportive housing for the homeless. The plan requires no spending and will save taxpayers money by the coordination of services. To date, it has created more than 600 high-quality, long-term housing that gives some of Missouri's most vulnerable a place to call home. Prior to serving as state treasurer, Zweifel represented the 78th District in the Missouri House of Representatives. His district covered parts of northern St. Louis, including Bridgeton, Florissant, and Hazelwood. Born in St. Louis, Treasurer Zweifel grew up in nearby Florissant. He graduated from Hazelwood West High School. Treasurer Zweifel was the first member of his family to attend college. He graduated from the University of Missouri St. Louis with a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science, and in 1996, and a Master's of Business Administration in 2001. Treasurer Zweifel resides in Columbia with his wife Janice and their daughters Selma and Ellie. And I have to tell you what an amazing man State Treasurer Zweifel is. We met with him several weeks ago to talk about the Missouri Community Action Network, our association, and this conference. And we were talking to him about other statewide initiatives that we have going on. And he immediately said, any way that I can help your network and what you stand for, you can count on me. So I just want to thank you, State Treasurer Zweifel, for all you have done for low-income Missourians and for engaging with our network. I'd like to introduce State Treasurer Zweifel.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is a joyous place to be today. I am just so happy to be with everyone today, and thank you, Heather, for the kind introduction. It is an honor to be able to go to work for you every day as State Treasurer. I still have the same sense of excitement about public service that I did when I was first elected, when I was young, actually. By the way, you know you're crossing a threshold when your staff pools money together when you turn 40 to buy you one of those Fitbits, those things for your arm, to ensure that I'm walking and moving around enough. Listen, all of us in this room know that we're here celebrating an important milestone this year. 50 years ago, President Lyndon Johnson declared the war on poverty. And when he did that, he said, it will not be a short or an easy struggle, but that our chief weapons will be better schools, better health, and better homes. And by late 1965, less than 1 year after President Johnson and Sergeant Shriver began the effort, every county in Missouri was served by a community action agency. Every county. In 1971, the directors of those agencies came together and formed the group that is officially now recognized as the Missouri Association of Community Action Agencies. And that means for more than 43 years, you have been working to realize President Johnson's vision, not only to relieve the symptom of poverty, but to cure it, and above all, to prevent it. In 43 years, you brought education and quality housing to low-income Missourians, helping them climb out of poverty. And education is critical to this effort. You and your affiliates have helped enhance the children's development at an early age, teaching leadership qualities and other life skills to adults that are looking to re-enter the workforce, and educating our policymakers across the state, making sure that you bring to life the day-to-day struggles of our poor. All of these resources combine to bring greater opportunity to those among us who need help the most. Another important factor in bringing that aid to the poor is quality housing. And Maca has given low-income assistance to meet immediate energy needs, of course, and also weatherizes homes all around our state to fight high energy costs long-term. But I can tell you from personal experience, from my time in leadership on the board, the Missouri Housing Development Commission, I've seen firsthand how reaching into communities and helping families with homes and finances can bring people to a better life. I led the agency to develop a new model at the time and make a deeper commitment to our most vulnerable, children aging out of foster care, veterans, mentally ill, those suffering from chronic homelessness. We provide a safe place to call home and pair it with those critical support services that you know firsthand are so important for these individuals to thrive. Earlier this year, I had the opportunity to speak at a community college awards luncheon where I met a veteran by the name of Michael Mason. After my speech, Michael came up to me and stopped me and shared his story. The Association of Community Colleges was honoring Michael for his good grades and for his leadership as a supplemental instructor in the classroom. In addition, Michael was sort of a superstar. He's working as a peer tutor, vice president of a service honor society. Now he's moving forward in a 4-year program in psychology at University of Missouri St. Louis, where I graduated from. And in addition to that, him and his wife are raising their 2-year-old son. A story like maybe many of us have had. But what he went on to tell me is that 3 years before, Michael and his wife were living in Tent City on the banks of the Mississippi River without the dignity or the support that they deserved and needed. He was living in a city with about 100 other individuals, literally on those banks, trying to make ends meet on a day-to-day basis. Today, this honors student is choosing his academic path that gives him an opportunity to help others that have faced the same circumstances that he has, the hard trials of homelessness and mental illness. He's caring for his family in safe housing, by the way, that was provided by our state's Housing Commission, and that is providing Michael and Dawn, his wife, the services to grow, to recover, and to ultimately gain the independence that we know Michael can achieve. By any measurement, Michael's a success. But folks, his success wasn't guaranteed in any way. First and foremost, it took a tremendous amount of personal drive and work ethic, but it also took a community to present him with that chance to succeed along the way. Michael sees that chance, and now his family is well on the way to greater security. By owning up to our responsibilities as good citizens, Michael has a chance to be the best that he can be, a chance to advance himself, and most importantly to him, a chance to be a great example for his son. Now, Maca and those that you work with every day understand that no matter how distant that we seem from each other, and distant that we might feel for Michael's experiences, we're all bound together in that shared goal for a better future. It can be disheartening when those of us in this room, that we hear others constantly say that it can't get done. And I can tell you that I know everyone in this room has had even friends and neighbors say, your heart's in the right place, but there's really nothing more that we can do about this situation. It's just too messy. But as public office holders and as leaders in the community, the ideal that we strive to instill in the people is our honor to serve. It's our job to inspire those around us. It's our job to convince them that yes, we can do something, and that staying in our comfort zone isn't good enough, and that we're all better off when we work together. In education, in health, in housing, we serve ourselves by serving others. Now, President Johnson's drive to eliminate poverty in America was launched by the newly created Office of Economic Opportunity and its first director, Sergeant Shriver. Now, Sergeant had a long history of serving the public and the underprivileged. Before creating and taking the helm of the OEO, he was the first director of the Peace Corps under President Kennedy. For his humanitarian work, which has had lasting effects for thousands, if not millions of people around the world, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Honor of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Near the end of his life, Sergeant wrote a testament. I believe that the world can be better if only we focus on achieving our ideals. Well, today we have a man that continues to carry on and embody that vision in many ways. Mark Shriver has shown us that the desire to change the world and improve people's lives is alive and well in America today. Mark has dedicated his life to service, beginning in Maryland, where he served on the board of Public Justice Center and in the Maryland House of Delegates. He founded the Choice Center in 1987 in Maryland to connect at-risk youth with healthy community activities, leading them into adulthood with greater potential and more opportunity. And that center has benefited and worked with 19,000 families over the years. Most recently, Mark has worked with Save the Children's U.S. operations, drawing from his long history of advocating for education. Mark has strengthened and expanded Save Our Children's childhood education program, including some of its literacy initiatives, by partnering with more than 160 schools in some of the most impoverished areas of the United States. Mark Shriver is one of the strongest advocates and loudest voices for pushing for justice and opportunity for families and children who need it most. Mark is focused on achieving our ideals. It is my honor to introduce Mark Kennedy Shriver.